All right, they're the Freeze Frame Video Kids on the move. Special thanks to Eve Brinker and Jimmy Fisher, who'll be helping out this year. Freeze Frame Video Productions. Very shortly, we will be airborne to bring you the second annual Daytona Harley Davidson Offshore Grand Prix. Let's go with Dirty Duck 711. It's a 38-foot marine technology Mercury-powered 500 horsepower Mercury inboards with Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman, driver and throttleman. Now, we believe that this is Slug's first offshore race, though Slug has been around high-performance racing for a number of years. Alvin Heathman, had been involved in offshore racing some years back, and now he's returning. And so Freeze Frame Video Productions and Jeff Girardi would like to welcome both of them back to the wonderful world of offshore. Slug from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Alvin from Wildwood, Missouri. Grand on ice on the inside going by. By the way, special thanks to Randy Sisson, the builder of this boat, this marine technology 38-footer. Other competitors in Super Cat Light Inboard, how sweet it is, Zip Express, and In Motion Again. But we are on Dirty Duck right now. On board Dirty Duck, front shot. Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman. You're watching the second annual Daytona Harley Davidson Offshore Grand Prix. There's Dirty Duck coming up in Super Cat Light Inboard. Dirty Duck with Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman, driver and throttleman, 38-foot MTI. Little rock and roll, but no problem for Dirty Duck. Slug Hefner, the owner. Dirty Duck currently in third place, and Super Cat Light inboard in motion out of the race. Zip Express is in second, and How Sweet It Is your leader right now in this class. In Super Cat, a 38-foot MTI, Slug Hefner is the driver. Alvin Heathman is the throttle man. Dirty Duck, 38-foot MTI. Mercury powered, a pair of 500s. Special thanks to Randy Sism, builder of the boat. Marine Technology took a third place in Daytona a couple weeks ago. Dirty Duck. Slug Hefner, the owner. Slug is from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Alvin Heathman from Wildwood, Missouri. On board Dirty Duck. At the start. Back to helicopter shot. Dirty Duck, 7-11. And your kilo record holder in Super Cat Light, we've got Dirty Duck at 112.886 miles per hour. Dirty Duck, Slug Hefner is the driver. Alvin Heathman is the throttle man. 38-foot MTI. Mercury powered, 2 500-horsepower inboards. Sponsors include Marine Technology, Serta, Lane Furniture, Flexi Fine Furniture, Benchcraft Furniture, and Hefner Furniture and Appliance. Owners Slug and Paula Hefner, and the Duckettes, Quaker, Fathom, and Mina Hefner. Dirty Duck now is in second place. How sweet it is out of the race. Dirty Duck in second place in Supercat Light Inboard. Other crew members: Rob Adams, Wes Gilmore, Greg Morgan, Alan Ferrone, and Jeff Hackman. Special thanks to Randy Sissom and Gary Strait. In second place in Supercat Light Inboard. Slug Hefner, the driver. Alvin Heathman, the throttle man. Rock and rolling there. Dirty Duck, but the waters are fairly calm today in the Atlantic here in Savannah. On board, Dirty Duck rear shot. In second place in Supercat Light Inboard, Dirty Duck. WHM Motorsports there on the left side. Back to our helicopter shot. Beautiful day here in Savannah as we see some of the coastline of Tybee Island. Now, we've heard over the radio that apparently Dirty Duck is having a problem. Some fumes have gotten into the cockpit. We don't know the reason for that. They have opened up their hatch, and the Stars rescue team is right there trying to help out. Of course, they've been doing great things throughout this whole race, various things that have happened. So the Stars rescue team is right there, and they're trying to find out the cause of the problem and help out the crew members inside. Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman on board Dirty Duck, driver and throttle man. As we look at Dirty Duck, as you can see, the helicopter is right there. The Stars rescue team right on the spot to help out. Jim Poplin, of course, the director of the Stars rescue team. There we get a closer look. Of course, with our onboard camera now, the hatch you see is opened up. Helicopter right there, the Stars rescue team helicopter. Right by Dirty Duck. And one of the divers should be right nearby there at this point. Here we see one of the divers coming towards the boat. And there is one of the divers. So that's Clay Engel from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Clay Engel coming up on Dirty Duck, trying to help out there. Getting on the rear, the boat, crawling towards the cockpit and our camera to see if he can be of assistance. Little slippery getting on there. Clay Engel, part of the Stars rescue team, helping out the Dirty Duck racing team. Once again, a helicopter shot of Dirty Duck. Everything is okay. In Supercat, Light Inboard in motion again in first place, followed by Liquid Metal and Dirty Duck in third. As you know, Dirty Duck had that problem with the fumes going into the cockpit, but they maintained third place. Getting the checkered flag in motion again, Liquid Metal in second, and Supercat class Light Inboard. In Supercat Light Outboard, Critical Lift, followed by Flowmaster and Money Shot in third. Critical Lift all the way, getting the checkered flag in Supercat Light Outboard. That is it, the end of race number 3, and your final results for those classes. Great racing, highly competitive racing. We did have two problems, one with American Racing flipping over and some fumes getting into the cockpit of Dirty Duck, but everyone is okay, and that is the important thing. Our hats off to Jim Poplin, the safety director of the Stars rescue team, for doing a great job. Now, we did have some driving infractions which did affect the standings in this race, particularly in Supercat. Infractions by the Tommy Bahama racing team in Drambuie on Ice. Drambuie on Ice fell from first down to fourth place, and Tommy Bahama got the checkered flag in Supercat. Though, in the national point standings, it stayed pretty much the same, with Drambuie on Ice in first, followed by WHM, Tommy Bahama in third. Then we go to Supercat Light. We've got In Motion in first place in the national standings, followed by How Sweet It Is and Dirty Duck. And in Supercat Light Outboard, it's Snake Man Racing in first, followed by Critical Lift and Flowmaster, 1, 2, and 3 in the national point standings. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating the fine event. Special thanks to Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Our helicopter pilot, Mr. Scott Runyon from Helicopter Express Incorporated, for doing a fine job. Also, let us tell you that Freeze Frame Video Productions is making available all of these races as well as past races on the DVD format as well. Dirty Duck coming up. Dirty Duck, a 38-foot MTI, Mercury-powered, two 500-horsepower Mercury inboard, Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman, driver and throttle man. They're from Missouri. Dirty Duck currently in third place in the national point standings, but is your leader in class right now. Dirty Duck. It set a world kilo record here in Cleveland at 115.338 miles per hour. Crew members. include Rob Adams, Wes Gilmore, Greg Morgan, Alan Ferrone, and Jeff Hackman. Special thanks to Randy Sissom and Gary Stray for building the boat. Sponsors: Marine Technology, Serta. We make the world's best mattress, Lane Furniture, Flex Steel Fine Furniture, Benchcraft Furniture, and Hefner Furniture and Appliance. Owner of the boat, Slug Hefner. Dirty Duck, currently in first place in Super Cat Light. Other competitors in Super Cat Light inboard include In Motion, How Sweet It Is, Liquid Metal, Fastboat.com, and Zip Express. But Dirty Duck right now, your leader in Super Cat Light inboard. All right, we're going to go on board Dirty Duck now. Listen to some of the conversation at the start of this race. Dirty Duck with Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman, driver and throttle man.
There he goes, there he goes. Go, 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 go.
Straighten the wheel, come back to your right, Slug.
I got to miss this buoy up right where
Well, stay on this right of it.
I can in motion's over here. I got to go to the left of it. Go, go.
Going.
All right.
Watch how sweet it is over here.
I got him. I got another buoy. We're right in the line of this buoy.
No, stay to your right.
I'll get to the right of the buoy.
Two cameras on board Dirty Duck, rear and a front.
We're leaving How Sweet It Is.
He's right here on me, so.
All right.
Stay to the right of that red buoy.
I got you, I got you, I got you. All right. We're gaining on fast boats. I think we're gaining on In Motion. We're at 108. I just hope In Motion doesn't cut our ass off.
It's going to happen, Slug, so.
All right. Well, we're loose as hell. All right, you see the buoys way up there?
Yeah, I see them.
All right. I hope he doesn't cut our ass off, is all I can say. We're starting to gain on him. How far back is How Sweet It Is?
He's back there enough where you don't have to worry about him.
All right. He's going to crowd us, I got a feeling. Remember your tunnel tab.
Yep, I got it.
Your helicopter shot. There's Dirty Duck, your leader in class. Super Cat Light inboard. Dirty Duck, number one. Dirty Duck set a world kilo record here in Cleveland this weekend in Supercat Light inboard at 115.338 miles per hour. Dirty Duck. Tommy Bahama, also a world kilo record holder this weekend at 136.975 miles per hour in Supercat. Both are first in class right now. Tommy Bahama in Supercat, Dirty Duck in Supercat Light inboard. Both boats are MTIs. Coming up in the distance, there's Team Virgin and Drambuie on Ice still battling for second and third place. Drambuie on Ice and Team Virgin. Drambuie on the inside, Team Virgin on the outside. Of course, after Cleveland, the APBA Tour goes to Corpus Christi, Texas for the final race of the season. And then, of course, the National Championships in the Bahamas and the World Championships will be in Key West once again. Of course, Freeze Frame Video Productions will be there. We'll be certainly proud to be part of that event, as we have having covered the APBA 2002 racing season. Another marine technology boat, Dirty Duck, your leader in Supercat Light inboard. Dirty Duck. Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman. 38-foot MTI. Dirty Duck, number 1 in Supercat Light inboard. Let's go on board Dirty Duck.
Where'd that one come from, Hoss?
Some rollers.
Where are these rollers coming from?
I don't know.
Well, you're supposed to know that.
Well, it's on your side.
Well, you're the throttlman.
It's your side.
My job is to drive. Yours is to read
And
the
I
water.
wish you'd do your job then.
Well, you're the one beating us up. Oh, you're supposed to do it smoother. Clark can do it smoother.
Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman on board Dirty Duck. Number 1 in Supercat Light inboard.
Got nobody on the right, Hoss.
You're clear on this side.
All right. We go through the slot. I think we can slow down and turn in, can't we?
I think so.
All right. Where? Anybody on your left? No. I'll tell you one thing you did that was really good. These mirrors are great. They're a lot better than those other ones.
Go wide, go wide. Okay, it's over. I think it's over.
I think so, but let's go through here. Okay, nobody's on your right. Slow her down. We got the checkered flag.
Let's just go off, stay off to your left. Don't even go in there.
All right. Good job, Alan. Good job. Good job at Lake X. Good job at doing all that stuff. I mean, MTI, crew,
Chubby Rob.
Rob's been wonderful. He has been absolutely wonderful. I can't believe the man works as hard as he does and sweat. I can't keep up with him. I know I'm prettier. Where do we get our checkered flag at?
I don't know.
Well, you know we're going to get it, don't you? We're going to make sure.
Probably not.
Huh?
Probably something you did.
No, I mean, we're definitely going to get the checkered
Well,
flag.
get on the deck and get your flag.
Let's see where we're going, and I will get on the deck and get the checkered flag.
No, you got to follow your checkered flag in.
Okay, that's the pace boat, isn't it? Now, get us going here, Hoss. Oh.
But you want to go wave at your people?
Huh? I guess I can take my helmet off when I get up there. You can speed up a little bit. You want me up on the deck?
Yeah, you want to wave at your fans, don't you?
How about standing up and waving at them?
Well, see, you keep your gut below the canopy, so they really don't know how big you are.
Oh, that's great. I'll remember you said that. Can you got a rag? Where's that white rag? We know.
Well, much as bitching you do, I'm surprised even between your legs.
Yeah.
And that is it. Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman expecting and will be getting, of course, the checkered flag for Dirty Duck and Super Cat Light inboard. This is the end of race number 3 in the Super Cat Light inboard and outboard. And very shortly, we will give you the final results for these races. Highly exciting racing here in Cleveland as we see the Dirty Duck racing team. This is their first checkered flag. And of course, one that they'll treasure and waiting to get it right now. Slug Hefner and Alvin Heathman on board Dirty Duck and MTI, Mercury powered. Of course, they also set the world kilo record. And of course, there they are waving the checkered flag. Dirty Duck setting the world kilo record at 115.338 miles per hour here this weekend. So quite a weekend for Dirty Duck. All right, there we see some of the Cleveland skyline, of course, some of the dry pit area. Highly competitive racing, great racing here in Cleveland for these 3 races on this 5th stop on the APBA Pro Tour. Of course, we go to Corpus Christi, Texas after this. There you see some of the fans who've enjoyed the racing. Great weather. The waters were fairly calm and flat, making for fast racing. There is the Cleveland Browns Stadium, where, of course, the Cleveland Browns football team plays. More fans. A tremendous end to race number 3, and of course this event here this weekend in Cleveland, Ohio on Lake Erie. Here's Tommy Bahama, of course, your winner in Super Cat, and there's Team Virgin in 2nd place in Super Cat. Okay, here's a rundown in Super Cat. We just saw Tommy Bahama in 1st place, followed by Team Virgin and Drambuie on ice in 3rd. A battle between Team Virgin and Drambuie that Team Virgin came out on top in 2nd place. Tommy Bahama, of course, getting the checkered flag in Super Cat. In Super Cat Light inboard, we just saw Dirty Duck, followed by How Sweet It Is in 2nd and Liquid Metal in 3rd. Dirty Duck is your winner, number 1 in Super Cat Light inboard. Dirty Duck. In Super Cat Light outboard, Snake Man Racing is on top. Got a first place, followed by Critical Lift in 2nd and Money Shot in 3rd place. Snake Man Racing, checkered flag, and Super Cat Light outboard. So those are your final results for this last race here in Cleveland. All right, now here are your national point standings for the 3 respective classes. First off, in Super Cat, it's Drambuie on ice, followed by WHM Motorsports, Tommy Bahama in 3rd, and DeSantis Chevrolet in 4th. Now, Drambuie on Ice has 567 points, WHM 546, and Tommy Bahama 534. There you can see they're all fairly close, so it could go down right to the wire in the next race here for the national point standings in Super Cat. In Super Cat Light Inboard, it's In Motion again, followed by How Sweet It Is, Dirty Duck in third, and Liquid Metal. Again, we have a situation here in this class. In Motion again, 549, How Sweet It Is, 535, and Dirty Duck 533. Again, very close, 1 through 3rd place. Could go down to the wire in the next race. And finally, in Super Cat Light Outboard Triple, Snake Man Racing in 1st place, followed by Critical Lift, Money Shot in 3rd, and Flowmaster in 4th. Now, very close between Snake Man Racing and Critical Lift. Snake Man Racing with 549 points, Critical Lift with 548. So there you know the next race will tell the story going down to the wire in Super Cat Light Outboard Triple. So those are your national point standings after Cleveland in these respective classes. So we've had great racing, highly competitive racing here in Cleveland, but most of all, safe racing. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating a fine event. Also, Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Our helicopter pilot, Mr. Nick McMahon, for his fine services here in Cleveland. Also, we'd like to have you visit our new website, www.freezeframevideo.net. And also, we'd like to tell you that all races are available on DVD as well as the VHS format. So, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Cleveland, Ohio. See you at the next APBA race in Corpus Christi, Texas. Bye, everyone. ...2002 APBA season. Also, Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work, Mr. Jim Fisher for his help with the onboard cameras, and Russell Kilpatrick, our helicopter pilot, and of course the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating this fine event here in Key West. Also, special thanks to the Obsession, Typhoon, and Platinum racing teams for helping Freeze Frame Video Productions move their equipment here to Key West for these World Championships. Also, Freeze Frame providing all races on the DVD format as well as VHS. So, this is Vince Lipari on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame Video Production crew, wishing you a fond farewell from Key West, hoping to see you during the 2003 APBA racing campaign. Bye, everyone.